Every Call of Duty game has its fair share of useless features and Black Ops 4 is no different. You know, the type of additions to the game the dev who initially came up with the idea thought would play a key role in the game's meta, only for the community to disregard it like a bounty in a tub of celebrations. But despite this, some enthusiasts will still cling on to these features thinking they're giving themselves some advantage the rest of us wouldn't dare to consider, or they're just playing for fun. But let's be honest, what fun is throwing a combat axe at someone's head only for it to whiz by their ear and for you to be melted before you've even got two hands on your gun again? Yeah, we'll get to that when we look at the most useless things in Black Ops 4. This does not include competitive play, just FYI. Armour, I swear I've spoke about this more than my love for Soap McTavish at this point, and I have an unhealthy obsession with that man, as you well know. It's useless because it's a one-use piece of gear in a section of infinite gear uses. What I'm saying is, once you've sponged a bullet or two with your armour in that life, that's it busted and gone. One gunfight really, that's all you're getting. If you're relying on armour to get you kills or thinking it will get you some high score streaks, you're wrong, because getting a gunship hardly relies on winning your first gunfight of that streak. You'll have plenty more to fight after that, and now you've essentially got no help in that department, whereas you could be popping a heal rapid, have less score to get for your score streaks, have your overpowered specialist ability and equipment ready to use much faster than everyone else, or be able to hear enemy footsteps and know what direction they're approaching from. All those options are much more viable than some shitty paper mache armour. Next up is equipment. Yep, it's all useless. Don't gasp, it's hardly surprising. What I mean is all equipment that isn't the specialist equipment. Firstly, using any non-specialist equipment takes up a class slot, so it's already dragging us down. Secondly, it's all absolute shite compared to the free kill features that are the specialist equipment. Take Battery for example. Her equipment is the cluster grenade, a grenade on steroids. It sticks to objects and is like 6 grenades in one. 7 actually when you include the original grenade explosion. Whatever the number is, it's a lot higher than one measly single frag grenade that can only roll away from its intended target. One of the few COD games that frag grenades are useless, a huge fall from grace. Concussion grenade, again, have a fucking 9-in-1 concussion grenade with Ajax's 9-bang. It's not even close. The 9-bang is what the concussion grenade wants to be when it grows up. Molotovs, if you've got a thing for fire, just use this guy. He loves playing with fire. Combat axe really just speaks for itself. Listen, unless you're going for a sick montage clip or are indeed a knife only player with 5+ years experience using the combat axe, all it's going to be doing is vandalising the map as it bounces off of it. The least useless, most useful of the useless equipment, Jesus Christ, who writes this? The trophy system does what you expect it to do, but still, compared to something like mesh mines, there's just no competition. It took me a while, but I've come to terms with Ghost being pretty useless in this game. I used to run it on every class until I realised that you have to be moving at pretty much full speed to remain incognito and off of the radar when a UAV is up. Not that UAV is much of a threat anymore anyway, we'll get to that shortly too, but Ghost, even for the most aggressive flanker type of player, doesn't prove all that useful and takes up a vital slot in your class that could be put to better use. Something that definitely isn't useless is hitting that subscribe button if you're new around here, as well as the notification bell to be enrolled into the notification squad with legends such as the 2 on your screen right now. But next up is one that may surprise you. Well, it won't surprise you if you've been paying attention to Black Ops 4, but that is headshots being extremely useless in this game. I'm not talking about useful or useless for unlocking camos or that, nah. I'm talking just headshots for winning gunfights with really low, almost non-existent multipliers for most of the guns. A headshot just won't really make a difference in your time to kill. Yes, you could argue that's why high caliber is in the game as an attachment, and that's what it's there to do, to help you get more damage with headshots, but even still, headshots aren't as deadly as they used to be, which is a strange sounding sentence. And lastly, at this point, UAV and streaks in general are quite useless. I feel so bad for saying that, but when you've got FMG2 weapons that can take down a streak in a matter of seconds, what's the point in them? There's basically no downside to running a launcher as well, other than it takes up a slot in your class. So more often than not, your shit is getting shot down by everyone on the enemy team, And if that wasn't enough for your streaks to contend with, you've got the Specialist Zero, which can just hack and destroy your hard-earned streaks with the push of a button. So yeah, the more vulnerable air-based score streaks in this game are pretty useless right now. Folks, that's going to be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please do leave a like on it. I think 2,000 likes is the goal again, and let me know what you think is the most useless thing in Black Ops 4. It is of course that time of the month again for me to shout out all of our channel members. Thank you so much for your support, and if you want to become a channel member, the link is in the description. But without further ado, thanks to Welts, Robert Jacobson, Andrew McNair, Mr Weircat, Fossil Hammer, Spider-Man, Carrie Han, Zach Soldo, Cameron Johnson, Graham Deloy, Foot Napkin, More Dank Than 420, Callum 34, Sean McDermott, Big Buddha, Chet Manley, Childish Jedi, Odin's Chaos Forge, Mercury Zero, Matty P, Joshua Muller, JP94, GB Crumpet, Ryan Hunt, Ryan McFarlane, Aaron Morton, Michael Noakes, Snazzybra, Ben Newman, John Davidson, Deranged Dragon, Wee Aldo, Benjamin Valadez, Luke Maskell, Caleb Schaefer, Epic Nero, David Taylor, Redfire Gamer, Lewis Hayward, Jonathan Koivu, and TS Dominator. Folks, have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.